Hello, Aries, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach, and I help sensitive, self-reflective souls choose maximum growth. I have a spiritual message for you today about your journey this week. This is an inside-outside reading, which will look at your inner world as well as your outer world and any interactions between the two that are useful for you. Okay, we're going to start left to right, the world on the outside, Seven of Swords on the inside with the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, and the Two of Wands. Okay. So Aries, you're trying your best to figure out how to make this thing come into action, how to make that first step on the ground. You know, I think that this Ace of Pentacles is trying to find you. I think you're working so hard to find it, you're not noticing the fact that it's walking straight towards you. I find this really funny, this imagery. Notice how this bear is coming out and he's headed this direction, but the Seven of Swords is so consumed that he can't even see the bear. So Aries, you're trying too hard. You've got to drop the thinking, you've got to drop the overanalyzing, you've got to drop the worrying. You also have to drop the fear of the situation. This is interesting. To everyone on the outside and to parts of yourself, you look like you're really trying to figure out the answer. But to the deeper, honest part of yourself, you're actually terrified of the answer. You're terrified of the situation actually happening, because then you'd have to step up and show a bit more responsibility, or perhaps you're worried that you can't handle it. So there's a part of you that's actually fending it off by looking busy, but actually you're really getting out of it. You're kind of sidestepping it. I hope that makes sense, because sometimes when we... Okay, they're saying to word this differently. You know that it's good for you. You know you want it. You know you would like to have it. And to everyone on the outside, you're saying, yeah, I want it, I want it, I want it. But on the inside, there's a quaking, like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm ready. I'm not sure if I can handle it. But what I'm telling you, Aries, is that opportunity or that new person or that situation is already heading your direction. What you need to do right now is receive it and just wait for it. So I'm looking at that purple up in the sky and thinking of that crown chakra. And when I think of the crown chakra, I think of meditation and connecting to that energy that is bigger and broader than us. And contained in the color purple is the color red. And red is the color of Aries. So if you connect to that bigger sense or that bigger energy out there, you are in there, you know, and everything you've asked for is in there as well. And it comes towards you. This busy work isn't fooling your higher self. It's not fooling your guides. It may be fooling people on the outside, and it may be fooling you to some extent. But it's not fooling the people that matter. It's not fooling the opportunity either. It's still coming towards you. There's also a sense that being so preoccupied and distracted, you will miss it. So what these two cards here are saying to me is, Aries, get out of your head, get back on the ground, get yourself grounded again, get yourself centered. Pentacles are all about grounding. You notice this bear does not happen to be wearing shoes. He's on the ground with his bare feet, or she. And there's a strong connection to the ground. So, you know, this might be something that you want to try, just walking around barefoot outside, if it's safe to do that. Just doing that for 10 minutes. If you can't do it outside, then walking around inside. Doing things like consciously growing, well, not actual roots, but visualizing roots coming out of your feet, going deep into the ground, and being willing to be present in every moment in your body, paying attention to what sensations you're feeling, paying attention to what's going on around you. All of that will bring you out of your head and will help you recognize this opportunity when it comes towards you. Because this star, I love this star in the sky because it's like this special divine gift that's coming your way. And you just need to be open to it, that's all. Okay, we've got our world and our Two of Wands on the outside. Okay, so this opportunity may be happening for you in the world of work. So this could be raise, promotion, or something kind from a coworker, that type of thing. My guides are also saying balance. Working too hard to meet deadlines, working too hard to achieve quotas or to show up in a way. There needs to be more balance in your outside world at this point. Balance between the in and out, because you're taking some of that stress from the outside world into the inside, and that's why we don't want you to miss that opportunity. I'm asking my guides a little bit more about the world. They're just saying it's already there, it's already there. So I know this is connected to that Ace of Pentacles. So that opportunity you've been asking for, it really is already manifested in your world. It's already there, this goal of what you want. Now, it's not clear to you how to get there, perhaps. You see this figure is very much in the distance because of the activity of the head. But again, getting yourself grounded will really, really help you recognize this chance and what this opportunity actually is, because the world is also saying to me that this opportunity is bigger than what you realize. And it touches more than just money, it touches more than just recognition, it touches everything. It gives you emotional satisfaction, it gives you passion, it gives you also, it lets you know what track you're on. With the sword energy, it lets you know what thoughts are aligned with your true purpose. There's definitely a fulfillment going on. Now that's interesting. I've never noticed this before. You see, both of these figures are holding something. They're holding wands or they're holding rods. So let me ask what that's about. Okay, we're talking about power. These are rods of power, the ability to do anything. And this would be the ability to go anywhere. And that's why it's so important to have this balance, and it's so important to have your feet literally on the ground, because Aries, you're going places. This opportunity is really going to help you go places. But when it comes, you need to be ready for it and not completely exhausted. You notice this is at night and how tired he is, but he won't stop. You need to be ready for this when it comes. And one more thing with the Two of Wands, again, balance, that two, you're between two things. Being able to achieve this inner balance will also help you achieve that outer balance in the world between any commitments you may have. Okay, it's about keeping everything just harmonized and on that even keel so that you're not too far one way or the other. The other thing that's coming in is allow one to support the other. Allow the work to support your personal life. Allow your personal life to support your work. And what does that literally mean? On one hand, work supports us because it allows us to live and make choices in our personal life. It literally supports us. But there are things that you learn at work that you can definitely apply to your personal life that will uplift that personal life. And likewise, there are things that you can not necessarily take from the personal life, but it's about protecting that personal life that gives a better structure to the work environment. So you see how they go with each other. It's not one or the other, it's both of them together, balancing. Okay. If you think of an old-fashioned scale or the symbol for Libra, it's one of those weights and measures kinds of scales. So if it's too heavy on one side, we're off balance. If it's too heavy on the other side, we're off balance. But if it's just right between the two, then we have equilibrium and we have poise, and we have grace. So that's where you're being asked to go, Aries. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. If you would like to work with me further, I invite you to check out my website, soulguidancewithadriana.com. There's a link in the description below. I also have soul guidance sessions, coaching sessions available if you really want to go deep, if you really want to make some deep transformative changes in your life. If you're looking for something a little lighter, or you just want to check in and get some help with a situation in front of you right now, I do have intuitive readings for different amounts of time. You can also find that information on the same website. I look forward to seeing you here next time, Aries. Have a good one.